What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a Nightmare Before Christmas Pokemon team for Halloween, if you get what I mean. Now people, this one's a Patreon. If you like your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Shadow Angel Gaming, this one is for you. People, we are doing a Halloween stream tonight on Twitch. I'd love you to come along. We'll be probably streaming right now, so if you want to pop open that second tab, watch your boy, or check it out after this video, I'd love for you to be there. Not really sure what we're going to be doing at this point in time. We might be doing some shiny ghost hunting or some random games. I don't really know at the moment, but I'd love to see you there for some spookiness. I may even go buy a mask and put it on or something like that. Alright, we have a battle on my Discord. This one's against Eckhart. The question for today is, people, what is the spookiest thing that has ever happened to you in your entire life? Give it to me straight in the comment section. I want to read some of your stories, people. I'd really love to hear them. Leave it below there. I may even, if I can think of mine off the top of my head, I'll let you know during this battle. And let's see if we can shoot for 8,000 likes, people, if you enjoy the theme teams. Okay, so my Delibird is pretty much going to, it's got a Hustle present set. I had to run present on it, so I thought, well, I've got to go for Hustle present, right? I've got to get the extra base power behind the present. So on this Delibird set, right, we have got as follows. We got the present, the Destiny Bond, Ice Ball, and Aero Ace, max attack and max speed. We got the ability as Hustle, as I mentioned before, and we got the item as Focus Sash. So the problem about this, right, we had the Ariados going for Venom Drench and the Toxic Thread, right? It poisoned me, which is actually going to drop my speed, and it's going to lower my stats with Venom Drench. So I wasn't in the greatest matchup, and I had the Ice Ball happening, right? So anyway, we got the Leech Life coming from the Ariados. It's going to resist it, but it still does actually pretty good damage to Delibird. Delibird isn't, the bulkiest Pokemon in the world either. Now, I'm going to go for the Aero Ace. Even though my stats are dropped, it actually does still pretty nice damage there. And, probably another one or two would be enough to take it out. At this point, I thought, nah, I'm going to swap out my Delibird and save it for later on. I might be able to make use of that Destiny Bond or just an Aerial Ace, Hustle Aero Ace, maybe later on in the battle. I don't want to sack it off just yet, right? Okay, so into my Murkrow here. And we're going to get hit by the Leech Life again. And boy, damn, that does a lot of damage. We almost take him out in, actually, one shot there, living on the 5 health. So at this point, I was like, I'm sick of this Pokemon. I'm going to get rid of it with my Brave Bird. I'm just going to have to sacrifice my Murkrow in the process. Man, you got to get your process with your progress, all right? So this one, we've got Brave Bird, Steel Wing with Steel EMZ, the ability to Scummy Super Luck, Retaliate, and Sucker Punch. Max attack and max speed. We got Jolly Nature on this one too, needing a little bit of extra speed. Alright, so we got the Murkrow down and we got the Ariados down, thank goodness. Now we got the Lycanroc coming. It's like, okay, well, I can go for the Destiny Bond here, get rid of that, and, that won't be such a bad start then. We would have taken out 2 Pokemon each. It's going to go for the counter instead. No, it countered me. Guys, I left on 1 health. The merch is available. You know what to buy. You know you want to buy it, so just go get it. Seriously, people, thank you to those who have bought the merch. And we're going to do a little swap out because I want to leave Delibird for later because we all know I'm going to be able to get that Destiny Bond off eventually. Well, hopefully. Anyway, so I'm going to hit by the Fire Fang on my Jack. Now, on Jack, we have got the set, which is as follows. We got Trick or Treat. I had to run that one for Halloween, absolutely. We got Trick or Treat. We got Explosion. I know that's a very terrible, risky combo, but it was pretty fun to use. We got Phantom Force and Shadow Sneak. We got the Frisk as the ability, and Power Herb is the item for Phantom Force. We got a double. We got Jack versus Jack, and we're coming back. Anyway, so we got some leftover recovery there from the bulky Gorgeist. Takes it pretty well. I can go for the Shadow Sneak here against the Gorgeist. So it's not enough to actually take it out. Unfortunately, it just lives. And we got a special Gorgeist there. I was like, oh boy, I was running max health and max attack. Thank goodness I run max health because I would not have lived that one. All right, so we've got a little bit of leftover recovery on the Jack O'Lantern there. Man, it's confusing having 2 Jacks on the field. Go for the Shadow Sneak, finishing off the opposing Gorgeist there. I think we're both super Gorgeist as well. I liked how they had the different sizes of the Gorgeist. It was really cool. All right, so now we got the Lampert coming out. Now, their team was actually quite spooky too, if you think about it. Like, look at all the Pokemon. They could easily quite fit in to a Halloween team. So going for the, we go for the Shadow Sneak again, doing over half health to Lampert. That's pretty good. And now Lampert's going to go for a Fire Spin. I expected some kind of fire move from that. And Gorgeist is going to go down. But man, Gorgeist did solid. It beat a Gorgeist and did a nice chunk of damage to the Lampert. Now we're going to go into Santa. Guys, we're going to get the Destiny Bond KO. I just know it. So after all my experience, people, I knew that, after using Destiny Bond twice, there's no point going for it. I'm going to take it out with the Aero Ace, but it didn't. And Will-O-Wisp is going to be very, very, very disrespectful because they obviously expected a Destiny Bond again, so I knew that. It was kind of obvious after the third one, and it's going to take me out with the poison damage. Alright, so into Oogie Boogie here. So we got this Mimikyu set. It's like a mixed one. It's kind of terrible, but it was still pretty fun to use. So we got Shadow Sneak, we got Dazzling Gleam, Grudge, and Destiny Bond. Grudge is a really interesting move. You never ever get to see it being used, but your boy does use it. Okay, so we got the Lampet going down, which is nice. And now we got Lycanroc coming in. I thought, well, let's go for Dazzling Gleam and see how much damage this does. The EVs were as follows: max speed and max special tap. We got just any move breaking the disguise on Oogie Boogie. I didn't use the totem one because I wanted a couple of breeding moves on this one, right? That's why I didn't opt for that one. So anyway, we got the Sucker Punch coming from the Lycanroc there. It does pretty good damage to me. It's about a 3 to 4 hit KO. Go for the Dazzling Gleam again. That is about a 3 to 4 hit KO as well. Now, I did actually have the Destiny Bond, but with using Sucker Punch all the time, it wasn't really the greatest move to go for. All right, so go for another Dazzling Gleam, almost take out the Lycanroc. Now I can go for the Shadow Sneak and finish it off. So things are going pretty good at the moment, and I've got my Mimikyu as well. I haven't revealed I've got Destiny Bond also. I might be able to get a Destiny Bond KO in this battle, people. It's sort of like Destiny. I try to run as many like spooky moves as possible. We got a double Mimikyu, so we've had a double Gorgeist and a double Mimikyu. All right, so go for the Destiny Bond there, outspeeding the opposing Mimikyu, and Mimikyu is gonna take the bait, mate, and we're going to take it down. Man, I knew that I could eventually get a Destiny Bond KO in this battle. It was only a matter of time. I'm not sure if that critical hit actually mattered at all, but if it did, that's quite funny. All right, so the Mimikyu goes down. We don't have to put up for any disguises or anything like that, so it was pretty good. All right, so swapping in my Sally now, which was my Mega Banette. And guess what, people? Guess what? We got a double Banette as well. So we had a double Banette, a double Gorgeist, and we had the double Mimikyu. So that was awesome. So go for the Mega Evolution here. So this set was pretty fun. We got as follows. So obviously we're making use of the Mega Evolution's abilities. We got Curse, we got Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, and Nightshade. Max health and max special defense. So a very bulky set to the side there. Getting off the Will-O-Wisp against the opponent when you can. Pain splitting off and getting the Curse. So it's going to go for the knockoff, and that's going to take me out. I didn't actually expect to win that matchup at all. I could have gone for the Will-O-Wisp there, but at the cost of it being a special set or Will-O-Wisp missing, I thought Curse would be my best option. Plus, it's their last Pokemon as well, so I thought that was a good idea. All right, so my last Pokemon is the Magmar, which is called Lock. Now, this is quite, even though it's named after the character, it's actually a pretty, it's quite an ironic nickname because this is a trapping set. So, we got the Medette going for the Phantom Force there, disappearing, taking a little bit of damage, so that's not all that bad. This is more of a special defensive set. Now, my ability actually kicks in here, and which is Flame Body, and that's going to burn the Banette. So that was really, really good there. Now, I know that I've got Knockoff, and I know they've got Phantom Force, so I'm going to go for the Rest and Sleep off this turn. So I've got Sleep Talk, Rest, obviously, and I've got Toxic and Fire Spin. So it's quite funny why, it suited the character from, the Nightmare Before Christmas, right? But it also suited my moveset as well. All right, so we got the Banette eating a berry there. It doesn't really matter because now it's burned, and it's, it's trapped in by the Cursu being the last Pokemon. So it actually worked out pretty well with the Mega Banette, right? All right, so all I got to do now is just tank whatever things this throws me. It's going to go for the Phantom Force again. It is burned. They really desperately need a critical hit against my Magmar. Oh, I forgot to say what my Magmar EVs were. So we had max health and max special defense with the Everlight, and obviously with their Flame Orb as the Flame Orb as the ability. Feel free to roast me in the comment section. Flame Body as the ability. All right, so we've got the final Phantom Force there spanking me. It doesn't do a lot of damage, and it's going to go down to the Fire Spin. If I get a Fire Spin off, or just the general Curse from the Banette, which is pretty nice too. All right, so that's pretty much the first game. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I got my typical Sleep Talk Rest there, disrespect at the end. And my spooky story. Once I was sleeping, right, guys, literally, I was sleeping in bed, but I was kind of like half awake, and my door just opened for no reason. Like, it legitimately just opened. And this was a door, right? It's not like a breeze could push this door open. It was like quite a heavy door, and it opened itself for no mysterious reason. It was almost like someone like pushed the door open. I don't know, people. I don't know. Tell me your spooky stories in the chat. I'd love to hear them. Alright, so we got another battle. This one was on my Discord. This was against Sarge, and we got the big Snorlax there. So I'm kind of worried about the Snorlax. I'm going to go for the present there, but man, I gave her health. This thing already has enough health to begin with. Now, it's a special Snorlax. I like that. It's going to be a Psychic set. So I'm going to go for the Destiny Bond here, hoping, finally, can Delibird get a Destiny Bond KO. Oh, we're going to wait for another battle. Thank goodness the big boy goes for the Psychic, and that's going to take out my Santa. So that's good. That's a better start. It's a lot better than the last battle. Poor Delibird. Man, when I think about it, in the last battle, Delibird got absolutely, like, roasted. Like, 3 times he got roasted. He missed the first Delibird. The Delibird missed, like, guys, Delibird missed the first Delibird. I'm going to stop speaking about Delibird now. All right, so we're going to go into the Gorgeous. We got the Hypno. This was good. So it's going to see my explosion, and that's quite, so they've seen that I've got explosion, right? So they actually go for the Psychic the first turn, right? Which is fine. The Gorgeous, I'm actually going to put the Trick or Treat on here. So I'm going to make them a Ghost type as well. Man, Trick or Treat looks so cool, and the sound animation is, like, really cool too. So I thought, let's go for the Phantom Force there. They're going to go for Protect. So probably thinking, I'm definitely going to be able to get around whatever attack this will, just see what it is. But Phantom Force actually goes through Protect and busts through it. And it's going to be super effective as well, like doing a lot of damage and taking Hypno out in one shot. So that was very fortunate that I had that move with the Power Herb and they used Protect. So this is quite a funny little instance in the battle. So we got the Hypno going out, and now we got the Purge. So I thought, well, let's go for the Explosion this time. We don't have a Hypno with Protect to worry about. It's almost going to take me out there being super effective, and I'm going to get off the Explosion with my Gorgeous. Oh, the Gorgeous stats. It's really cool how Gorgeous actually gets Explosion. So we got Max Health, Max Attack. I think I already mentioned that. Trick or Treat, Explosion, Phantom Force, and Shadow Sneak. Got to have your... Man, I really like Trick or Treat. You can go for the Trick or Treat, give them the Ghost type, and then go for Shadow Sneak. It's quite good, being a bulky set. Alright, speaking of bulky Pokemon, we got the Meganium, and we got my Sally coming in. So I thought, in this matchup, it's going to be kind of, if it's a bulky kind of stally set, it might be good to go for the Mega Evolution and get the Curse off right. Even if I have to sack half my health, usually Meganium doesn't have like a lot of damage output. It's more of a support Pokemon, so I thought I could get away with it. Alright, so firstly, going for the Curse there. Man, I actually quite like Shiny Mega Banette. It looks really cool. Like special, I don't know, do you guys have like some Halloween Pokemon you'd like do you have on your team and stuff like that? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear what your Halloween team would be. I don't know, I've got so many. I was actually seriously, I was thinking about doing another Halloween team, but I've done a couple of them already, so I thought this would be, a cool, fun team to actually put up. Alright, so we got the Curse up on Meganium. It's going to set up the Grassy Terrain there. Grassy Terrain looks awesome. And now it's going to go for the Grass Pledge. Also, all the grass moves actually powered up too. So go for a Nightshade for some nice fixed damage. Now on this set, I'm actually, the EVs was Max Health and Max Special Defense. So I'm fairly bulky on the special side. And getting a little bit of health back from the Grassy Terrain actually was nice too. Alright, so I wasn't sure if Meganium had some kind of healing move to heal itself off. But, if it did, at least, I get some curse damage off. And now it's going to go for my favorite healing move, people. We all know that I do not say this move. I refuse to say this word anymore, people. My favorite healing move is like, if you guys are new to my channel, I can't pronounce that word. Let's be real. I can't pronounce most things, so that's why I say it like that. So Meganium's also got the leftovers. It's got the Grassy Terrain, and it's fairly bulky Pokemon. So I was actually very happy to have that Cursor up against it. Alright, so Curse doing a little bit more damage to the Meganium. So at this point, I thought they can keep healing, right? But Curse is actually going to do like another round of damage after each one. So I thought it's not going to really matter too much. Alright, getting hit by the getting hit by the Grassy Terrain. I was actually legitimately about to say that. Can you imagine getting hit by a Grassy Terrain? Like, just imagine, right? You get that grass in the roll. It's like a turf roll of grass, right? And someone just grabs it and slaps you in the face. Anyway, so getting hit by Grassy Terrain in the face, and the Meganium's going to take some more curse damage. It could heal here. It doesn't really matter. I can go for a Nightshade. There's no point, and it's going to finish me off the Grassy Pledge here, and that is my Mega Banette down. However, since the curse is still up on the field, the Meganium is also going to go down there. So that was probably the longest part of this battle, the Meganium, Banette kind of match up top 10 anime battles there. And that one is going to go down. So we got 4 Pokemon down on the opponent's team, and we got 3 down on mine. So fairly, even battle on mine. I'd say, looking at the battle so far, Gorgeous was definitely, MVP so far. It just, gets the Hypno, against the Persian, did, really, really well. Okay, so now we got the Poliwrath coming in. I like Poliwrath, and we got Oogie Boogie here. So I thought, I want to try and experiment here. I thought, let's go for the Dazzling Gleam. Let's see how much this actually does to Poliwrath. It does pretty good damage. It's about a 3-hit KO. Now we've got the Poliwrath going for the Scald there, and it's just going to doesn't really matter, any attacking move to get rid of my Disguise, right? So I know Dazzling Gleam would be a 3-hit KO against the Poliwrath, so I thought I might as well just keep going for that. Also, it's got Life Orb too, so it's like, okay, well, with the life orb damage, that's actually going to put it in range to take it out in 2 hits if I do get like max and the max damage run. So anyway, we have the Poliwrath going down, and I got my Mimikyu. So this was the part I thought, oh, my inner troll was burning, my burning desire to try this move. So we got the Dazzling Gleam on the Kabutops. I was like, how much is it going to do? So it does about, it does just a little bit on half. Now we got the Kabuto going for the Kabutops going for the Waterfall. So I thought, I really hope they had choice here, because this is going to be so funny. So go for the Grudge right now. If you don't know what Grudge does, if you get KO'd by an attack, like say Waterfall KOs my Mimikyu right now, that actually gets rid of all the PP for Waterfall. So if they have choice right, which I was hoping, they'd have to swap or go for the struggle. So anyway, into lock here, I wanted to see what other moves, and it wasn't choice. I was like, damn it, no! So my trolling people kind of caught up to me. And I just lit that rock slide, so that was very close there. Getting the fire spin off against the Kabutops. Man, how good is it? I've actually done it once before. I've gone for the Grudge right. That last Pokemon was Choice. I knew that it was Choice, and I went for the Grudge on a Pokemon before, and I actually locked them into a struggle because they only had I think they had a Choice Scarf or a Choice... It was definitely a Choice item. It was super funny. So in that case, I was actually trying to do that. So we got the Kabutops going for the Fly Inium Z here. I think that's coming off Aerial Ace. Now, I was very close to actually swapping here into my Murkrow. So I thought maybe I should do a swap here and save my Magmar or something like that. I was actually contemplating a swap. I'm glad I didn't, because that was definitely going to one-shot me. Alright, so as you guys know, my last Pokemon is the Murkrow, and I've got the Steelium Z Steel Wing, so I've got to go for that. It's obviously, I was hoping this with the Z move and stuff, with enough power, it would be enough to take it out. Kabutops actually doesn't have bad defense, and I actually ran Jolly on this one too, which I'm glad I also ran Jolly on this. Okay, so going for my Z move there. Guys, have you caught I haven't actually caught a shiny Murkrow in Pokemon Go yet. I've been trying to play and catch one. I didn't get any shiny Pokemon at all in that freaking event thing. So salty about that. So that one was enough to take out the Kabutops. And I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. Some really cool teams there. And I'll see you guys at the stream. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, though. Link is in the description. Peace.